Hello everyone and welcome to Game-Geki, the show that keeps its cool by eating lots of ice cream and other cool stuff. I'm DDK, hostmaster of the show, joined as always by Gekidami, that other guy. Today, well, Gekidami, tell them what we're doing today.
For the third time, and probably the final this time, we will be playing Twin Saga, the amazing Japanese MMORPG, which features a load of text to read and pretty much very little of anything else.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of storyline.
Yep. So in the last story, we sealed something, and we have to go somewhere else now.
That's right.
And
one of the characters has broken the seal. Oh, I've got to go to the bathroom and break the seal. And we fixed the seal and we entered the world map. And now we're off to find the shards.
This game seems to have a Final Fantasy-ish overworld map, which is kind of interesting. I don't think I've ever encountered an MMO with one of those before.
I suppose not. Maybe 2D ones, like the Mighty Graal, but...
Yeah, 2D. Graal didn't really have an overworld like this, though, where like it was a hub world to overworld like this. I assume if we had a Woodruff Plains, it would be like a whole map to itself.
Yeah, it's indeed the case. Loading times are pretty good.
Yeah, I guess we'll head in time, actually, speaking of which. There you go, So,
Let's sense
oh
Woodruff. Are you doing something?
And just look at inventory. Where the fuck that is? There it is.
A real... Oh, I wasn't ready to read that. You've just stepped foot upon the lush green grasses of the Wolfruff Plains when you spy a golden-haired shepherd girl tending her flock only a short ways away. How perfect! If anyone would know where to find a celestial artifact crash-landed 15 years ago somewhere on the plains, it must be her. Not wanting to terrify the girl, but still wanting to interrogate her ASAP. You bound towards her at the speed of 10 gazelle. You had a point to make?
Hey, me? No?
No, sorry.
Wait till the game then, I was like, what? The game has plenty of points to make, you just made a shitload.
No, it's
via your narration. Was I? I don't know, I guess I was kind of pointing out that very first line kind of sounded like sarcastic and kind of parodying itself by the fact that we would talk to this girl in the very first place. But, you know, kind of weird.
Who knows? The girl appears mildly alarmed at your expeditious approach, her already sizable eyes growing to astronomical proportions with every step you take. She lets out a sigh of relief, though, when you skid to a stop in front of her, dust swirling and twirling around her flock of sheep. Why is she so... What? Is there something I can help you with, traveller? You seem in an awful hurry. The blonde country girl fixes her thoroughly dishevelled hair with an only slightly disdainful look in your direction. You introduce yourself. She introduces herself. Once you've finished your pleasantries, you ask if she might know anything about a centuries-old set of ruins, or perhaps some kind of holy temple somewhere on the plains. Interesting that they didn't vocally introduce themselves.
No, yeah, should name herself.
Ruins? Temple? Seems like you don't know much about these here plains. We're a simple people living on a simple land. Ain't nothing but wide open fields and gentle streams as far as the eye can see. But there's gotta be some place like that. Marissa sinks morosely. This isn't helping at all. Seems like the people here are pretty clueless. Guess I can't blame her though. These plains are huge. The corners of Heidi's mouth tipped downwards in somewhat guilty charging. You could try some of the older folk in my village. They know a lot more about these parts than I do. I'd take you there myself, but she takes a glance at her flock. I've got to stay and protect my flock, you know. You mean these big fluffy pillows? What do you need to protect them from, eh? It looks pretty safe around here. Even as Marisa ignorantly questions the need for a bodyguard, you catch a sight of a few wolves prowling up in the distance. Lamb chops indeed. It's these gold-earned wolves is what it is. They've been hounding me all morning. If I'd let one of the sheep out of my sight, it'd become mutton jerky in no time. Heidi wrings her hands once and twice, brows furrowing in malicious concern. If there's anything you've learned how to deal with, however, it's wolves. You inform Heidi that perhaps the two of you might scratch each other's backs. You take care of the wolves. She leads you to a village. Damn it, this is blackmail on an epic proportion. You mean it?
This is just a fair exchange. Come on, how's
Fair
about me?
business exchange. Why, that'd make me pleased as punch. You don't know what a haystack that'd be off my shoulders if I didn't have to worry about these mangy mutts anymore. Let me just round up my sheep, okay? Defeat the wolf.
Defeat wolves. Well, I have to just instantly kill them.
These wolves are literally ready to send those lambs to the slaughter.
Goodness.
It's interesting that you can equip these newly found things even though you're in combat.
Yeah. The game also equips the best thing for you. Ask you if you want to, at least. No stat checker in this game.
No.
This game's very hand-holdy, that's for sure.
But no doubt the best of the game are just awesome. What if like the end game in this game is like super deep?
Maybe? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it won't be.
Doesn't really set itself up well, does it?
No, because I mean, it's so hand-holdy right now that imagining that the end game is really deep is just kind of hard.
Better
Dr. Heidi.
do me fusion. I don't even know what this is
Fuse
achieving, but I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, I can fuse one as well. Fusion ha! Fusion ha!
Better return back to Heidi.
I'm being assaulted by a wolf. Might be someone else's. Not my problem.
Great Grandma Jackie, you're really something else, you know. You saunter back over in Heidi's direction. Woven blood still fresh on your garments. She seems aptly impressed. You've got my thanks, and the thanks of the villagers too. They rely on these sheep for new clothes every time the seasons change. You'd be surprised the kind of harsh winters we get on these plains. Biting cold. Can we go to your village now, huh? Huh? I want to start asking round. Marisa eagerly flies circles around Heidi's slender frame, the resulting breeze making the tips of her hair dance. That was vital importance that we know this.
Descriptive.
Just a little just a minute, little lady. These wolves are gone for now, yes, but I'd hazard a guess they'll be back as soon as we leave. I may have an idea, though. Heidi walks over to an overgrown patch of bushes and pulls out a big burlap sack. We'll put the wolves' heads in this sack. I had someone in the village fashion these for me a short while ago, but I haven't had the chance to use them yet. She pulls out a set of crudely made animal traps and begins placing them on the grass. Problem solved. These should help keep these rascally wolves from trying to have their way with my sheep, don't you think? Heidi's innocuous conviction almost has you convinced these traps could actually catch a wolf. If we set these traps strategically about the perimeter, these wolves wouldn't dare come close. Help me with them, will you? I'm not quite sure how to, set them up. Damn it, she shouldn't have bought them then. She shows a couple of the heavy metal apparatus into your hands with an imploring offer that you just can't refuse. I guess I'll do it then. Place the trap.
Can't refuse. I noticed that just I want to click on text until so not the text, but yeah.
Place the
second trap.
Place the third and final trap. I won't show you my village until you've made sure my sheep are safe. Sheep are safe.
Super safe.
Finished! Perfect! I'm finished here as well. Heidi pushes herself to her feet from where she'd been tinkering with a few of the remaining traps. You're not quite sure what she's accomplished. Now if these wolves try to take a great big bite out of my sheep, they'll have to do with one leg crunched inside of one of these traps. Can't imagine any critter be too keen on that. Heidi's normally gentle smile curved into an alarmingly bloodthirsty V. She's a monster.
Oh my god!
All of a sudden, Heidi lets out a startled gasp. Both ends! Look! You turn your eyes in the direction of Heidi's trembling, outstretched finger and spot a reddish gook. Whoa, 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 isn't that racist? Splattered in the grass. Blood.
Blood! Hope it's not Chris's blood.
It is blood! Where's the side? There we go.
Blood! Hope this is not Chris's blood.
And one of my sheep are missing. Oh heavens to Betsy! Did one of my wolves get my sheep already? These nasty devils, I ought to skin every one of them, I should. Heidi hastily begins counting the sheep in her flock. Not a stranger to bloody trails, you notice the blood speckles from a rather winding curve that leads all the way to some of the bushes not far on your left. Yeesh, we've really gotten ourselves in deep now. If it's one thing, it's another. At this rate, we're going to have to kill every single wolf before she finally agrees to take us to that village. Oh, sorry, I'm doing the wrong character. Never mind. Of hers. The answer returns to Marissa's pants. This time, they're angry.
Whoa!
You find yourself agreeing with her. Despite the sheer impracticality of such an endeavour, you're simply going to have to massacre every single wolf on the plains.
Oh, every single one of them?
You turn back to Heidi and exuberantly relay your plans. Heidi, however, seems unimpressed. Every wolf? Why would you need to kill us every wolf? You kill the alpha and the rest will back down, I'm sure of it. The only problem though is that to lure the big galuga out, Heidi ponders for a moment, then seems to hit upon an idea. After rummaging about in her bag, she pulls out a knapsack, and from that knapsack she pulls out a box, and from that box she pulls out a red, juicy, glistening steak. I kind of got the adjectives the wrong way around there, but never mind. Seemingly blasé regarding the absurdity of having a giant slab of meat in her bag, Heidi slaps the fleshy chunk down in your hands with a bloody splat. No wolf can resist the titillating aroma of raw meat. Course, I'm just the idea person, not the doer. I'll have to leave the actual wolf scalping to you. I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines though.
Got to choose in the wilderness. Go on, let's use the meat.
Bum, a bum, 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 bum.
That's a big piece of meat. Oh, you have to hide in the bushes. Interesting.
Bum, bum, ba-dum. Rawr. Wild wolves.
Oh. It's the alpha wolf.
I am the Alpha and the Omega. Arr.
Getting
Look at that
and the
beautiful
ends.
meat on a spit.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Cooked meat is just what really gets wolf's mouth just drooling. Roar. The plan was a success. Kill the wolf. You killed the wolf. Hopefully Heidi will be so surprised he'll say, "Heavens to Betsy."
What's this hymn of heaven I've got? Unleashes the power of 10 billion suns to strike enemies.
Whoa, that sounds awesome.
10 billion suns, eh?
Mm-hmm. That's power to spare, to be honest. That wolf was positively ginormous-sized. Oh, I thought she's going to say gonorrhea-sized then. But you handled him like he was nothing, more than a little old puppy. Heidi's eyes fill with what could either be unbridled idolization or scarcely contain carnality. Carnality.
Carnality. Da-da-dum.
Dum-dum. You've really helped a girl out, you know. What with the wolves most definitely under control, I can finally get the most important task at hand, shearing my sheep. Something tells you as you look into those cavernous pools of blue that you'll be the one doing the shearing, damn.
I heard anyone refer to one's eyes as being cavernous before.
Yep. I can choose my defense. HP. Reaching into her bag, Heidi slides out the biggest pair of wool shears you've ever seen in your life. She snaps them in the air with a crisp series of snip, snip, snips. So is she like the antagonist in this game? I mean, still she won't tell us where the village is.
She's holding out on us. We should just stab her in the neck.
What treachery is this? Are you really sure you need to do that? Come on, you look exhausted after that stint in the lupine loony bin. Let's get back to the village and take a load off, yeah? You hope Maurice's impetuosity isn't as crystal clear to Heidi as it is to you. I'm not tired one single bit, but I feel like I could shear 50 sheep. Besides, I need that wool to get started on my newest set of lederhosen. You ain't trying to rush me, are you? Heidi's eyes suddenly narrow, and she gives the shears another thorough snipping. Damn.
What's the lederhosen?
They're like underwear, those weird ones with like, or they have things with the straps. That's weird. Heart squeezing with a jolt of tempestuous fright, you quickly shake your hands in front of you and assure the little girl of the prairie that you're doing no such thing, and that she should forgive the little blue-haired darling for her uncultivated graces.
Apparently they're those German shorts.
Damn it, if she's wearing German shorts, then surely the voice I should have been giving should have been German-based, but never mind.
Yeah.
You know, now that I mention it, I have been wondering about her for a bit now. Awful young to be traipsing around the plains like this and taking on wolves, wouldn't you say? Just who are you? Heidi leans in to give Marisa a closer inspection. I'll have you know, I'm the Queen of Saint... You cut Marisa's confession off with a well-timed hand to her mouth. Now didn't seem like the time to be opening up to every Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Or
Heidi. At Heidi's befuddled expression, you quickly churn out some story about Marisa being gifted in the head and needing someone to assist her in finding her long-lost grandfather to solve an old family secret that may or may not be linked to infidelity. Damn, what a mess. I'm curious. Heidi doesn't seem especially sold by your story, but her disinterest saves you. She turns back to her shears with an apathetic sigh. Thoughts already drifted to which sheep should get under the blade first. I want to go sheep shearing. If we let this chickadee do everything, we'll be here for another 24 hours. Come on, Barfanes. Help her out. Every second we're not in that village is another second of me not knowing where that divine tear is. Marisa gives you a sharp nudge in the ribs.
Oh!
Damn it, my ribs! Oh!
Again, to be fair, the whole part 2 of our stream seriously lacked nudging in the ribs. Yeah, it's only in part 1 we got shoved in the ribs constantly.
What's that? You want to help? Sweet buttermilk! That's wonderful! These old shears always did give my hands a rash, something terrible. Heidi shoves the shears in your hands before blinking in bleak expectation. Damn it. I reckon it's like beating hotter as well, like sweat running down your hands all over the shears, making them slippy and difficult to use.
So go and shear some sheep. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at them, thick with wool.
They appear, they're so fluffy. I wasn't reading that. Mine just... It's taking me to shoot it. I've already been shared. Patrick Katungo says yo in the chat.
Hello, Patrick.
Paddy. Mind if we call you Paddy?
I'm sure he does mind. Finished the shearing, have you? Perfect. I'm done here as well. Heidi stands up from her rock and gives her skirt a quick dusting. Once again, you're not quite sure what she's accomplished, damn it. She's a confidence trickster.
She's cleared her skirt of dust. That's what she's accomplished. It literally said there. You idiot!
I simply can't thank you enough for all you've done, truly. She begins stuffing the giant wads of fluffy fleece into her sack. Guess that means it's... it still hurt. Guess that means it's time to head on back. Heidi tosses the bulky bag of wool into your shoulders without even asking. You complain, but you're just happy to be finally getting on your way. The village isn't too far from here. We'll be there in a jiffy. I'll introduce you to my grandfather, my cousin, Billy Joe with the gimpy arm. You quickly lose yourself in a whirlwind of names as Heidi nabs her own bag off the ground and starts meandering down the grassy knoll.
See, Patrick Katungle is standing
stalking.
right next to us in the game. I assume that he is called Mr. Satan.
Mr. Satan.
Is that is he called Hercule in
Yeah, he's dubbed
the American
differently
version.
in the Ocean dub. Yeah. Why is that sheep got green on his? I'll just talk to Dalton to complete the quest. The village. See, we would have never found this village. I mean, she was standing there, right? If we just stand where we started, Gekidami's here, and we would have never found that village there. We needed her to help us track this down.
Looks a village. I guess you can force around. I guess Patrick, but we're not necessarily going to be paying much attention to you. I mean, we're potentially just reading screens and screens of text in this game, and
it's a very texty game.
Automatically running to where we need to be by clicking the white text. So you kind of just standing there in the background, I guess.
Hey, Grandpa, I brought a friend with me. He's from Raywing Harbour. Heidi explains your story to her grandfather, who listens to her long-winded tale-telling with great interest and marked patience, you notice. It seems we owe you much thanks indeed, good traveller. Is that the same old man that was in the adventure?
Pedophile. No, they got a Blackbeard.
Alright. Any friend of my granddaughter is most welcome here. The elder bows deeply before you show his thanks.
You know, hair changes colour to white on its own.
Whoa.
Is he a secret child fiddler?
Damn. Please have a bowl of our best milk. I promise it'll do you a world of good, even if it is a little sour. Dalton kindly offers you a large bowl of milk, like the cat you are. So tell me, what brings someone like you to our humble land? We rarely see travellers in these parts, save for the occasional merchant.
Someone flying around there on the drone.
Yeah, it's a proper drone. Although if you accidentally snag it on the water, it'd go into the water and be done. Warily sipping from your bowl, you suddenly look up astonished. Why, it's the most delicious milk you've ever tasted. Is every food in this game the best food he's ever had? He's never lived.
Yeah, it seems like every time we eat something, it's always the best of ever, doesn't it?
I guess the old monk monastery where you got trained just doesn't have very good stuff.
Well, I'm not a monk, I'm a gunslinger.
Gunslinger Academy.
The old Gunslinger Academy just says really crappy food.
Buoyed by frothy, milky goodness, you decide to trust Dalton enough to tell him about your quest for the ancient ruins. Oh, you told the wrong person there, boyo! The elder leans forward, clearly intrigued. How fascinating! I believe you must be speaking of Woolworth Temple. 'Tis the stuff of legend around here. Yeah, Woolworth's Temple. Great shop where you can get a discount. Shame they shuttered it. Dismissed as nothing more than a wild myth, you see. No one has ever actually found the place. Is it like just in if I walk back out to where the sheep are and look around, is it just going to be in plain sight? Like the village?
Oh, she blows.
Am I to understand you haven't heard the story then? In ancient times, a great city once stood in these plains, but then, as so often happens here, a great war broke out, destroying the city and leaving nothing standing but a monument. You listen to Dalton's tale whilst draining your milk bowl dry. A monument doesn't sound like much to go on, but you think to yourself, you look questioningly at Marisa for any sign of what the next move might be. In typical fashion, however, Mauricia throws all subtlety to the wind. Ooh, a monument! Well, it just sounds like Woolworth Temple has changed an awful lot since I last saw it a few thousand years ago, but a monument should still be helpful. Whoops! Oh, I'm sorry there, young miss. Did you just say a few thousand years? Stunned, Dalton gives his head a furious shake, as if he were trying to shake free the Alzheimer's setting in. Glaring at Mauricia, you hastily assure Dalton that she said no such thing. It must be all the milk you're drinking, old man. He must have misheard her, talking about all those tears she'd shed because of the war. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Marissa kicking herself and muttering darkly. You swiftly change the subject, asking Dalton if he knows the monument's whereabouts. I don't know if she'd kick herself. Her character didn't seem quite like she cared so much. It was you that kind of cared about covering it up.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Quite right. Indeed. Oh, it's the rheumatism setting in. I must have misheard the lady. I do apologise. A few thousand years. Good gracious, what was I thinking? Still looking a bit bewildered, Dalton struggles to regain his composure. Oh, yes, the monument's location. Well, I understand there's a place called Lake Aria in the most distant reaches of this plain. The ancient monument, the last remnant of Woolworth Temple, is rumoured to be located there. Legend says it was originally built by the elves, who were built by the ancients.
By ancient, yes, that the text there is blue as well, because it's really important.
Yeah, wow. Oh yes, I'm familiar with the legend. The monument was erected on a great big hill, high enough to the point of contact between the elves and the Sanctopolians. Anyway, you need to find this monument. She's well-read. Hey, my dear, many have tried, all have failed thus far. Nothing of any significance has been discovered. I guess we don't stand a chance then. Got all these experts that have been looking. Dalton strokes his beard thoroughly. Marisa interprets this as a helpful sign and praises on with more questions. We've made great discoveries on our travels, and I bet we'd find something. Marisa's tone becomes a tinge desperate. Please tell us where Lake Aria is, Elder Dalton. Trust me, I know something is there. Well, I certainly don't see the harm. I don't really care why you want to go. Now, take a good look at this map. That patch there is a rather nasty boulder field where the wild things are. You must go through it. There's no other way to get to the lake. Kill 6 of them whilst you go. Dalton points at the various areas around the map, offering tidbits of advice. Just recently, a brother and a sister passed by looking at the lake too. The boy, his name was Tarquin, I believe. The pair stayed there for several days, asking questions of all sorts. Perhaps all of you young adventurers could work together. Inspired by the piece of news, you thanked Dalton for his time and eagerly set off to go find this Tarquin fellow and his sister. I guess the shepherd girl Heidi has done a job now and we're just no longer interested in her anymore.
I will be. I want shepherds.
Let's go talk to Tarquin.
Tarquin!
This is a disaster of epic proportions. The traveller suddenly falls on his knees and throws his hands in the air. From the tiny bald patches on his head, it looks as if he's literally pulled his hair out once or twice. You take a deep breath and approach the lad, putting on your most warm and friendly smile. As he retreats anxiously, you hastily assure him that you're no threat. Cheerily introducing yourselves and casually ask if he too seeks Lake Aria. It's a really desirable location. Funny you should ask about Lake Aria. We're on our way there ourselves. By we, I mean me and my little sister, Clara. We were on a mission, you know, to find these ruins, a monument. Oh, and you know the story? Well, anyway then. Clara, she... Tarquin trails off unhappy, unable to finish. She dead? It's Clara, you see. I've lost her. I'm always losing her, come to think of it. Damn it, you're just not a very good guardian. Little sisters are nothing but trouble. Well, this time I've absolutely no idea where she's gone. Not a clue. So it's so typical my sister. She's always marching to the beat of her own drum. There we were. You march to the beat of your own drum. Just gathering supplies.
Surprise, motherfucker!
There, I played the sound effect to go with that. For our journey to the lake. 1 minute she was there, the next she was nowhere to be seen. Distraught Tarquin suddenly yanks out another tuft of his hair. Damn it, that's not doing him any favours.
Oh, my hair looks perfectly fine.
Oh, his bleeding scalp. Say, could you two help me find my sister? We could help ask the villagers here if anyone's seen her. She's beyond annoying. But she is my sister after all. I really think we could help each other out. If you could help, we could all set off for Lake Area together. Safety in numbers, eh? Well, we don't really care about safety in numbers. We could easily do it ourselves.
Yeah.
Not to be rude, but do you even know where the monument is? Once we get to the lake, I mean. Yeah. I mean, we have a pretty good idea. Take a look at this. Another sound effect.
But just take a look at this.
My sister had found it, and I found this before we set off on our mission. It has a map of the place of the ancient times. See, it shows a monument just standing there. Musa looks skeptically at Tarquin and whispers into your ear. Psst, Barthanes, I'm not sure about this guy. He looks jumpier than a jackrabbit with fleas. Great, let's just skip this quest and go straight to the ruins.
Yeah, it's a menial task for being asked to do.
I know, a cup of tea. When I was nervous, I used to drink chamomile. At your genuinely nonplussed expression, Marisa whispers even more fervently. Tea, let's give him some tea. Or hot milk. Tart. There's no need to call him a tart. Cherry juice. Coconut water? Fine. Roll your eyes. I don't need hear you coming up with any better ideas. Why do we need to give him anything?
No.
I know how you feel about... I know. How do you two feel about gold? Whoa, I think I have a coin or two. You both stare at Tarquin, pulls out a precious-looking gold coin, displays it in the palm of his hand. Help me find my sister, and it's all yours. Clearly it's a lawless land. There's no authorities for him to go to.
Apparently not, no. I guess there are no police force. I guess all the guards about, but whatever.
Well, that settles it, then. Still bedazzled by Tarquin's shiny coin, which is obviously $1 because we referenced dollars before. You and Marisa both enthusiastically nod in agreement as fantasies of riches beyond compare buzz around your brain. Oh, thanks a million. Let's get moving and ask around the village whether my crazy loon of a sister has been spotted anywhere then. You find puddles of blood around the corner. Uh-oh.
So the game just like forget to highlight quest text that's important in blue until this point. Because well, I've been told that before. It would make sense if the game didn't have this auto navigate thing. But it does have it, so I just click on Billy and then Shep and then Iriana.
Hurrying over to the first person you see, you proceed to describe Tarquin's young sister based on what he told you, wildly gesturing with your hand to demonstrate her estimated height. Now, funny you should be asking that. I was just standing here minding my sheep. Damn it. Could you do that in private?
Yeah, it's a shame you don't have the sound effect. My daughter. I've got to find. No, it's have you seen my daughter? This high, black hair.
Short, black hair.
Short, black hair.
I don't have that, I'm afraid. I guess I can play.
What the hell?
And I can also play.
That guy's gotta be involved in the local drug racket.
There you go. Played both of the Silent Hill sounds. I forgot the voice I was doing now, but never mind. I'll make up another one. Now, funny you should be asking that. I was just standing here, minding me sheep, when I done see a gal in a flaming red coat flitting about like a butterfly. She disappeared this away, I think. Or was it that away? Why might you be asking anyhow? If you've done something to her, I will find you. You discreetly point out Tarquin, mooning and pulling furiously at his hair, and explain that the red-coat runaway is his little sister. You beg the shepherd to let you know if she flits back into his field of vision. You see, had there not be a doting, concerned brother there, you'd have just been like, whatever.
Oh, I mean, if we hadn't been there, we wouldn't have gotten the quest in the first place, so, we're looking for the girl.
No worries. I'll have one eye on the flat, one eye looking for the lady. I'll keep asking around if I were you. A coat that red is hard to miss. Bet you others have seen her too. Oh, I didn't watch me flock. The wolves have got it. Damn it. That guy really angry now. Is the generic fat guy. Better use the best fat guy voice I know. Come one, come all. Wood's all the rage, and I've got a whore.
And you're going to do that.
browse away.
You see, you get it, because Boffins is a really giant fat guy.
Sorry, I skipped that. You'll have to read that now.
What, browse away? Did you finish this page?
No, I accidentally clicked.
Oh.
Okay, progress forwards.
I've got all day, no need to think twice. Check out this rock bottom price. Haha, rhymes, motherfucker. A merchant calls out to you, proudly singing, displaying his wares.
Hurrying over to the merchant and ignoring his cart of goods, you ask if he's seen a young girl running around in a red coat. Perhaps she came by his cart, even asked to buy something of his. What's that girl in a red coat? Can't say I've seen her, and no, since you're asking, practically no one has bought anything from me all day. Harumph! At a fair price! If you're not looking to buy yourself, go on and scram and leave me alone. No wonder no one's bought his stuff. He's that kind of customer relationship. The merchant impatiently shoos you off as if you were a useless speck of feces. Still no sign of her, no clues at all. Oh, Clara, what on earth could you have gone? You red-coated pea-brain? Much to your dismay, Tarquin grasps his head in his hands, spazzing as he rips out bits of hair. Have you considered a psychiatrist? His whole head of hair, what's left of it anyway? Desperately trying to calm the lad down and save his curly locks for any further frenzied plucking, you reassure him that you're still asking around. Is he Homer Simpson, who rips out his hair every time one of his children are born?
Yeah.
Oh! And then, of course, his head explodes.
That's not canon.
Oh no, you've lost your little sister. How terrible. I have a younger sister myself. She prefers blue to red though, thanks for that detail. Sorry, anyway, no, I don't think I've seen her around here. The girl offers Tarquin a sympathetic pat on the shoulder. Oh, I'll never find her. For all I know, she could be lying dead in a ditch somewhere. Tarquin crumples to the ground, looking truly miserable. Because obviously I'm shouting in the narration as well. Cause it's been...
Yeah, that's the narration in caps as well. That's very strange.
His scalp bloodied, hair all over the floor around him. Oh, poor Tarquin. You awkwardly pat him on the shoulder, not making sure not to pat his horrible bruised head. Too wondering what else could possibly be done to help him. You temporarily forget about his gold coin reward, feeling genuinely sorry for him. Oh there now, don't you look so down. Why don't you ask our village elder if he could send out a search party for her? He's very kind, I'm sure he would. Don't lose hope. Irina vainly tries to cheer up the forlorn figure on the ground. I guess that these guys just simply aren't around here, otherwise they would have done that anyway, surely.
Yeah, I guess there is an authority in the village that they can ask to help.
I say, I don't look very pleased with life. You don't look very pleased with life. Pray tell, what's the matter? Were you unable to find the travelling pair I mentioned earlier? With a sigh, you launch into an explanation of your encounter with Tarquin, when you suddenly see the fellow himself dashing over faster than a racehorse. So wasn't Tarquin just like stood right next to this elder, like just across from him? Wouldn't the elder have been the first person you'd have asked before the conversation even got underway?
He's mentally unstable.
Yeah, true. He's dashing faster than a racehorse. Elder Dalton! You haven't seen my pesky little sister around here? I fucking hate her! Have you? You remember her, right? Stubborn streak, like a mile wide. So he does know of the elder then, because the elder remembers her. But he has not considered asking the elder for assistance in this desperate matter.
Wait, well, why ask the elder when they can ask complete strangers who just wandered into town like literally a minute ago?
I know it's not really to do with much, but on that cart that's next to us, there's like a Viking helmet and an axe.
Oh, yeah?
Amazing. Oh, yes, how could one forget a girl so unbelievably headstrong? Dalton briefly chuckles to himself, stopping when he sees Tarquin's anguished face. No, I'm afraid I've not seen her around here recently, my boy. My boy! Here, how now? What's the matter? Oh, don't worry, lad. I'm sure she'll turn up. As Dalton tries to reassure Tarquin, he motions for you to keep asking around. The more time that passes, the less chance of ever finding her alive.
Yep, the first 24 hours are crucial. Or 48 hours, I don't remember.
I wouldn't worry so if I were you, dear Tarquin. Your sister is a brave, strong girl. I'm sure she's fine, wherever she is. Dalton offers an encouraging smile and a sage nod. You're not so sure. You tell Dalton everything that's happened, and that you've been scouting the village from top to bottom, but that there's been no sign of her. Elder Dalton! Elder Dalton! Attack! Attack! A young shepherd runs over, flailing his arm and shouting wildly. At the edge of the plain, some Grimolians. They... The shepherd doubles over, retching furiously, trying to catch his breath. They're attacking! Heaven knows why, but they're violently attacking everyone nearby. Travellers and shepherds alike. His message delivered, the shepherd sits heavily on the ground, heaving, retching violently. Grimolians! Oh no, Clara, you don't think she's... probably dead. Tarquin crawls over and clutches your knees, looking at you desperately. Don't slow me down. I need to go and run and investigate. I'm being the warrior of legend. What? Grimolians attacking? What is this madness? Do I have what is this in my sound effects? Oh, I don't think I do.
I don't think so, no.
No, closest I've got is
It's really powerful.
It's really powerful, which is a reply to what is it? Asking what is madness, quickly gather together our most able-bodied villagers. We'll soon set those golems straight. Dalton strikes the ground with his staff as he barks out orders left and right. Yes, Elder Dalton, right away. Having only just recovered from his last sprint, the young shepherd reluctantly jogs off once more. Hey, Barthanes, you and I could head over there together and check out the granolium situation for ourselves. Delicious granola. We'll look for Clara on the way. She never could resist trouble. I just hope nothing's happened to her. Darwin appears to be trying to pull himself together. Wonderful idea, Tarquin. Barthanes, I'll assemble our strongest villagers. You run ahead and see what to make of those golems. Kill them all instantly on your own if you can.
6 of them.
The village's strongest warriors.
8 of them. Whoa.
Dum dum dum.
Game's throwing a spanner in the works there.
Yeah.
Rather than 6. They're not right next to us either.
Should have been 9. The guy obviously... That's why he's so out of puff, because he ran all this way. Here they are.
Guessing that if we use our special abilities, it will just do the carry blast. We can kill one hit.
Oh, I can push 4 now to do something. I better use that ability. Whirlwind kick.
Oh!
Attack.
What's this Thousand Suns ability now? Just say area of effect. Or damage over time.
1,000 suns. There we go. We've done all the murdering required, I believe.
Only one more. There you go. Better bugger off talking. Go start around the mat, wolf now.
Oh yeah, why are you on a wolf?
Because I am, because I'm cool.
Oh, alright. Hey there, lady. You alright? What's happened to you? Tarquin rushes over to the woman lying on the ground like a limp rag doll, gently shaking her. Meanwhile, you wonder why all the dirty work always seems to land on your shoulders. Oh, my stomach hurts. The woman slowly sits up, clutching her stomach in pain. There's no doubt about it. She's had a nasty encounter with dysentery. Tarquin tries to prop the woman up against a rock and noticed her blood-stained clothes for the first time. Good gravy, Barfanes. This one's in pretty bad shape. Just look at her clothes. She's bleeding heavily. Once a month. Quickly, we have to figure out a way to stop the bleeding. To stop the hemorrhaging. Wait, I have an idea. Have a look around. That's your clue. And see if you can find any hemostatic... Of course, it's got the word hemo in it, so it's clearly good for the old hemoglobin.
Hemostatic herbs, yeah.
That's your Clomis expression. Takarin continues to explain. Hemostatic herbs form a source of protective layer over wounds to stop bleeding and accelerate healing. You can trust me, I know a thing or two about herbs. Seems everyone we know seems to know something or other about herbs.
Yeah.
Tarquin tears a piece of cloth from his shirt as he talks, making a bandage. Let's go and get some hemoglobin.
Let's.
That was an amazing quest. Let's talk to him. Great work! I can make a poultice with these. You watch amazed as Tarquin takes the herbs, swiftly grinds them up with his mortar and pestle, and expertly fashions a healing bandage. He's certainly in his element. Now, I'm sorry, miss. This'll sting just a little. Tarquin gently applies the herbal bandage to the cut across the woman's stomach. Now that feels better.
Wait, this woman isn't his sister?
So pretty. Are you an angel? Am I dying? Probably. Have you come to take me away to the great beyond? Confused, you follow the woman's gaze. You realize she's staring at Marisa, completely entranced. However, exhaustion soon overcame her, and she passed out. I guess Marisa must just occasionally visit the elderly. Assuming she's elderly, she's kind of looking down, so I can't really tell. But she's dressed like an old person.
But she's young.
Oh me, oh my, what a day! I never thought I'd live to see the sun rise again! The poor woman appears to have regained consciousness. Oh, no, she's not old. And you three, my heroes, you saved my life! How can I ever thank you? Sadie's the name. I come from the village. Oof, my golly! What is that? You put on my cut. Wrinkling her nose, Sadie gingerly picks at the bandage across her stomach. Oh, that... She busts it open. Hey, careful now. Don't take it off. Your wound's still healing. Can you tell us anything about what attacked you? It all happened so quickly. I was off to work in the fields when I saw a girl in a red coat dangerously close to that boulder field. So, of course, I ran over. Quick as I could. Red coat! Gekidami, don't get too excited. But I think that might be his sister. To warn away that nasty place. But then, well, then all those golems came out of me from nowhere. And everything went black. Redcoat? You sure? It has to be Clara. Where did she go? What happened to her? Did the golems attack her too? Once again, Tarquin loses all sense of composure, roughly seizing Sadie's shoulder and shaking her, desperate for answers. Oh, you've bust open my stomach again. No!
It got spill out onto the floor.
Consciousness drains out of her eyes like a wrecked sieve.
She takes off her hat and puts her guts in it and carries it around.
And stares at his hand, seeming to remember himself. Looking faintly fairly contrite, he mumbles a voice. Sorry. It's alright. It's only a flesh wound. Was she a sister or something? She'd disappeared from view by the time I'd made my own way over. Then the golems found me, and that's all I remember. Really? She can't have wandered off very far then. Barfanes, quickly, let's split up and try to find Clara. If those golems are still around, we gotta move fast. Tarquin springs to his feet. We'll find Clara and take her back to the village. Once Clara's back safe and sound, you've got your gold, friend. Damn it, we're just a cutthroat. We're a paid hand.
That's what we started off as, though, because we were paid to kill the wolves, if we recall.
As for Sadie, well, I'm sure Elder Dalton will send someone along to help her back to the village. Anyway, my sister, let's go. It's not a second to lose. I reckon some horrible people should pay for our services and we, like, murder people. I'll look around the plains. Could you go where she actually is? Okay.
Looks like he has an amazing anime drawing of himself in that thing there.
Whoa. Hi Clara. How could I have been so... Get off! I said stupid! Should have seen him coming. Golems thrive in places like this. A flash of red. You stop and stare. It's a girl in a red coat and surrounded by golems. You rush over to her, shouting to ask if she's Tarquin's sister. Never met the guy. Tarquin, my brother. Clara glances at you in suspicion as she deflects another golem's attack. True, stranger danger. It's a real problem. Then suddenly she blinks and smiles radiantly. Tarquin, yeah, my big good for nothing brother. I guess if you know Tarquin, I'm good with you. I'm Clara, his fabulous sister. Suppose you got a van for me or something. Ha, I'm sure he's going nuts right about now. He's bribed you with gold to find me, hasn't he? I knew it, silly big bro. Clara shakes her head, sniggering whilst dancing around another golem's blow. You don't understand. Tarquin is so slow. We're supposed to be on an important mission to find the ancient monument. It's my dream, my destiny. But no, Tarquin says we have to rest up here, stock up there, and so on. I mean, does he want me to go 80 years old by the time I get there? True. Charging in head first is the best way. Not feeling wildly sympathetic after the speech, you certainly tell Clara that Tarquin has literally been pulling his hair out with worry over her. And what does she mean by that anyway? Her destiny. Surely she can fight off these golem creatures without any trouble. Surely it's not really that much bother.
I bet bro's worried.
It doesn't surprise me. He's such a worry wart. He doesn't need to fret about me, and neither should you. I might look small, but I pack a mean punch. I can take care of myself. Clara defiantly sticks out her lower lip. As for my destiny, I recently read about a sacred place called Woolworth Temple, built by the ancients. At that age, the soil was chock full of magic. The temple was torn down ages ago, but word on the street is that there's still an old monument standing there where the city once was. Legend has it that an elf poured all of her magic power into the very stone, the book says. If there were to appear a righteous hero with prayer to hear, the elf from the time long ago shall her power upon him bestow. Her power becomes the righteous hero's power, do you see? I know I'm the righteous hero. Oh, I know the verse says him, but it's 1,000 years old anyway, and they were all like sexist back then. I'm brave, I'm righteous. I think I know the elf is there, in that monument, and I'm the one destined to set her free and receive the great gift of her power. How curious. You tell Clara that you and Marisa are travelling to the ancient monument as well. You had that Tarquin thought the four of you should travel together, silently deciding not to mention the compensation at this stage. Damn it, I'm just dirty sellsword. You start to admire the girl's pluck, though you can't help but ask her why she's hankering after the elf's ancient power. I'm gonna be the greatest enchantress of all time, that's why. When I become that powerful, I'm gonna talk to my dad. So why do you two want to find the monument? Are you after the elf's legendary power too? I'll fight you for it. It looks like you'll not be able to save the world now. She'll beat us. Marisa, however, is still baffled by what Clara said earlier. You want all that powerful magic just to talk to your dad? Of all the things you could do, why do that? My dad passed away when I was a baby. Mum's always telling us stories about him, and Tarquin has his memories. But I never really got the chance to know him. Clara tries to look brave, but you sense a suppressed sadness. Clara, it's a lovely thought and all, but even the most powerful magic can't bring your father back from the dead.
Well, necromancy.
Terrible, dark necromancy.
Bring him back to the swimming corpse.
Magic. As a mere shadow himself.
A mere shadow of the form himself, yeah.
Besides, even the legend is true, and you soak up all that elven magic. Are you able to handle it? I'm not stupid, Dad. I know I can't bring him back to life, really. I just have this feeling that I'll be able to talk to him. Trust me, I can handle it all. I'm destined for this. I'm the righteous hero. Looking steely-eyed, Clara shrugs off Maurice's doubts. Thinking of little Tauren and Clara growing up without a father figure reminds you of your own childhood, and you quickly blink back at her. Oh, God. You give the very slight shake of your hand in Maurice's direction, hoping she'll get a hint to drop the subject. After a moment of silence, you ask Clara if she knows any specific details about the monument's location. After all, fingers crossed, Maurice's divine tears may be scattered in that very spot. You pose your question to Clara under the pretense that you and Maurice are merely searching for some sacred antiques. Well, I mean, the divine tears are sacred and they're antiques. Gosh, you guys must really think I have air for brains. Of course I know. I've been studying this book for ages. I've done loads of sleuthing around that village. And look here, a map of the entire area. Just call me Detective Clara. That should be marked in blue so we remember it. Clara proudly waves a map in your face. Frankly, my only problem right now is the whole golem fiasco. I'm not really normally this bad, but these golems just won't leave you alone. A really nasty one is lurking in the boulder field there. It's, pretty hostile. Clara involuntarily shudders. It's not like I haven't got any ideas. I've come up with some brilliant plans, but, after seeing this monster rip a village in half... I hesitated. Wouldn't you? Okay. When we see a horrible village that's been shattered in half, then we'll... Whoa, the line just shifted.
Oh, yeah,
That's when a crazy mob caught up with me, and I had to fight them off. Someone just went and turned the light on.
So, why was that? We've been separate into instances.
So, Barfins, Tarquin thinks you should join us for our mission. Let's see if you've got what it takes to hang with us there. Go on, throw what you know. Take out those Gravoliums and bring me the precious cargo afterwards. If you could do that, gosh, well, you'd be a better fighting comrade than my big brother, at least. It might sound like a harsh test, but I need to see if you can handle the rough journey ahead. I promise, if you can't take down Gravolians like these and bring me their goods. If you could do that, I mean, I know you mean business. We just kind of attempt it and get murdered instantly. Game over.
You're failed.
Oh! I guess we weren't good enough. Your death is a sheer blight on this world. An embarrassment, really, the more you think about it.
You failed your destiny.
What
You
would
failed
it
your
be
destiny, I mean, it wasn't really your destiny.
No! It is my destiny! Destiny! Let me tell you something about Destiny.
Just close someone off these things.
Destiny is a game, is it not?
Is it not? I don't know, is it not?
Will I twist the dagger of fate? Dagger of fate! Or will I let you walk away unscathed? You gotta think about that when you consider Destiny.
Yeah, I'd say you're correct there.
People at home won't get that reference at all, and I don't think anyone would, but it doesn't matter.
We actually mentioned, we actually explained it in that Growl episode, the 100th episode.
Yeah, so go back and check that episode if you need to fully clue yourself in.
The Growl episode is probably the greatest episode of Game-Geki ever.
Probably. Well, that was easy. You triumphantly possessed the gold gems to Clara.
These things I shouldn't get in.
Whoa! You beat them all? You're my hero! I mean, impressive work. But I wonder, how did these golems get their hands on these? Clara thoughtfully takes a few of the golems and closely inspects them. Soon she starts juggling them in the air, eagerly awaiting your reaction. But I already know what happened to the golems. I barely had to touch these crystals to see it. It's as obvious as the great big flashing neon sign. Go on, you could say it. I'm fabulous. Clara grins cheekily. These crystals are laced, damn it, with black magic. I think the Pebblemen, and other golems too, have been persuaded to eat these. The powerful dark energy in just one of these is enough to turn a sweet, fluffy bunny into a savage killer. Into a bloodthirsty killer. Clara wildly weaves the crystals around in your face as she says this. You, quite frankly, don't give a fuck. I can smell the dark art. I can smell the dark farts from here. PU! But why on earth would a golem eat something as nasty as this? I mean, come on! It probably tastes like beetle poo! Marisa flits around the crystals, looking unconvinced. Looking for beetles. I'm going to be the best enchantress in the whole universe, remember? I can sense these things. By the way, I'm not finished theorizing, so hush up and listen. Once suggested these corrupted crystals make golems more aggressive. There must be some dark mastermind out there, pulling the strings. Oops, I skipped that then. I didn't realise it.
Which one was it?
That one.
Here's what I propose, Gekidami, right?
Yeah.
Here's what I propose, Gekidami. I bet I can fuse all of these crystals together into one big super gem. My teacher says I have a lot of natural magic talent. You know... Oh yeah, okay. Then you take this pure gold gem and place it somewhere near the boulder field. I'm guessing it will make a tasty, tempting treat for the golem poor.
Both you and Marisa watch in fascination as Clara suddenly waves her staff in the air. With an expert hand, the crystals begin to float. Whoa! As if suspended by invisible strings, and then bond together with a series of sizzling pop sounds. Right, Barthanes, see what you think of this. Take this pure gold gem and put it somewhere obvious near that boulder field. Hopefully it will draw out the Golem Emperor. Just like a moth to a flame. Clara puts the pure gold gem in your hand. Yes, now go on, whenever you're ready. I'm going to watch from back here, not because I'm scared or anything. With that, Clara sticks out her tongue and scampers into the bushes. Whoa, we've never ever had to lure out the alpha monster before. This is a unique concept.
This is new. We're seeing some shit we ain't never seen before. It's a good scene.
Bum 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 bum. You can tell by these earthquakes, the thing is massive and it seems to exist between the universe.
What a monster! Some minions.
It's quite a large grouping of them. Perhaps they could do us a death service. Or not. Maybe not.
Do us a connery.
Yeah, do us a quick connery. Holy Bologna! You took out the thing like you was a piece of crap. We should scram though, you know. The other golems might not be pleased. Well, they kind of all faded and disappeared, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, looks like I was right. No surprise there. I had a hunch that the Golem Emperor just couldn't resist the jumbo-sized crystal. I wonder who's the culprit, pumping up the golems with all these magic steroids, these magic roids. This is the second reference to steroids. Clara peers around suspiciously as if the guilty party might be hiding in the undergrowth. I wonder if we'll come across enemies that are literally roided up. Color me clueless. The scary Golem Emperor is no more, thanks to you. Yay for new alliances and best friends. I'm not your best friend. Let's press forwards. Clara takes your arm in hers and marches forward happily. Don't touch me.
Time to pick your reward.
Got reward to pick. See, Mercenaries Guard. Perfect. Doesn't seem to...
It
seems like it might just be a visual thing, maybe?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to have any...
At least that's...
Let's see, we've got a green coloured thing. Yeah, why not? The bright, ugly looking green thing.
What's that, the Scouts one?
The second one, yeah.
Let's go for the first one.
Suddenly, Clara stops in her track. What's that awful stench? It smells worse than a field full of cow manure over here. Can you two smell it? You realize that in that last battle, you'd soiled your pantaloons. You nod weakly, holding your nose. Marisa looks at you both, puzzled, and Clara retches uncontrollably. I think I'm gonna be sick. Pretty sure I know where it's all coming from. With a glum expression on her face, Clara points up ahead. Mucklings! She doubles over and dry heaves at the word. Don't know what you're rambling on about myself, and lucky for me, I don't have to know, 'cause I don't need to breathe. No pooey smells for me.
Doesn't need to breathe.
No, she just chooses to. That's why she could smell things earlier when she referenced smelling something.
No.
Marisa can't help but brag a little as the both of you and Clara struggle to keep from vomiting. Ugh. What do you mean you don't have to breathe? How is that even possible? Just years of training. I mean, Gekidami can do it. Oh no! I'm gonna hurl! Upon inhaling a particularly foul laugh, Clara promptly barfs on the ground. Oh, gross! Sorry about that, babe.
Jesus Christ, who would name themselves after a horrible bodily fluid?
Horribly, somewhat, probably involuntary bodily
function. Jesus Christ. It's like naming yourself shit! Or like something worse, like, I don't know, smegma or something.
What kind of freak would possibly name themselves after smegma? They'd have to be some kind of asshole or something.
I don't know, yeah. Terrible.
Rolling your eyes at Marisa, you tell her that she can stop gloating and start being a bit more helpful. Now, what to do about this phenomenally putrid stink? Examining this foul mucklings from afar, you tell Clara that there's no other way. They'll have to be physically removed if you wish to go any further. Easy peasy. Sorry, what? You said you actually touched these things? Do you want me to puke again? Not happening, buddy. Let's just chuck them at her. The corpses of them. I bet their corpses smell worse than when they're alive. Besides, just look at these mucklings doing to the earth as they bore holes and absolutely screw the earth. It's like they're poisonous or something. Everything withers and dies in their wake. Clara nods her head towards one of the slimy muckling trails. All plants on the path are shriveled up and gone brown. Even the water nearby looks contaminated. Wait a second. I think I have an idea. We'll give this whole spot a little magic shower. Yes, that's it. Oh, it's not time for that. I'm a genius. Here, Barfanes, take this empty bottle. You'll need to fill it with some clean spring water from somewhere nearby.
Oh, just click on the white text, so the image do it itself.
Oh, I found some clean water. Hope the mucklings haven't contaminated this yet. Blech. Oh, fantastic. This water looks positively pristine, Barfanes. And now sit back and enjoy the show. Clara theatrically rolls up her sleeves and closes her eyes before chanting a rather odd incantation. You're pretty sure you hear the words, "Bubble bath," uttered once or twice, and the bottle suddenly begins to glow like a firefly. Whoa, Barfanes, are you watching this? That's some genuine magic talent for such a little girl. She looks on in admiration as Clara wraps up the spell. Ta-da! Presenting Clara's extra strong, extra fragrant. Just spray this potion wherever a muckling has been, stinking it up, and voila! Foul stench begun.
Wow.
How did you skip the bubble bath cleanser part?
Because I lost track.
The old spring cleaning has never been easier.
It's because I was busy trying to play the WoW sound effect. Barfanes, you go and get rid of these foul mucklings over there. Then I'll use my yummy smelling cleanser to spray a path for us. What could possibly go wrong? Let's hop to it. Hands on hip, Clara boldly dares anyone to object. I object.
Objection!
You can't expect me to go anywhere near those things. I'd rather not upchuck my breakfast all over the place. We already kind of did, didn't you? Wretched everywhere. Besides, you're better at all this stuff than me, and I'm better at sitting on my ass, just like my useless brother. And every other character you've met. Oh yeah, Clara's got a point. I probably shouldn't go near those things either. Imagine what they do to my queenly garb. I mean my blue pixie garb. You have it under control anyway, right, Barfanes? So what, she's just going to stay over here?
Yep.
Will the demands never end? Sighing, you look at the two expectant pairs of eyes staring back at you, and you nod wearily in acceptance. One day the dirty work will be someone else's problem. But this is not that day. Is this a story about a man that just couldn't take it anymore?
have to defeat 5 of them, not 6.
5
Game's
is
giving us a break.
just the right amount, yeah. Felt that 6 is just a bit too much busy work. Kind of imagine them to be a bit browner in colour.
Mucklings. Call Mucklings.
Special attack got ruined because the camera went through a wall.
You pull our arms and stretch them and then whip them back at the enemy.
It's some pretty violent dispatchery. Come here, you horrible poo monster. Guess I'll leave these ones. So what I did was give those monsters a bubble bath.
I guess so.
Scrubbed the last of the filth off. Making quick work of the mucklings, you report back to Clara, who enthusiastically whips out her new cleanser and gets to work. A rosy smelling path soon stretches out before you. Smells so fresh and clean, doesn't it? And look, the contamination is clearing up where I sprayed with my nifty cleanser. Thanks for getting rid of those vile smelling things, Barfanes. Yeah, sure, we got rid of them by walking all the way over here where they're not. You really stepped up to the plate. Pleasantly surprised by Clara's gratitude, you graciously nod. Well, we gotta be close now. The monument should be somewhere nearby. Opening her map, Clara pulls over the direction scrolled across it. Curious, you ask Clara to tell you more about the ancient map. It's from the old book, right? How did she come across that anyway? And how does she know so much about the Woolworths Temple? It's a funny story, actually. You didn't even notice when I borrowed his book. I meant borrowed. Did I say stole? How silly of me. Where I'm from, there's a kind of old wise man who's so fond of me. Damn, that's terrible. He lent me his book. How odd. Clara's face is flushed bright red, and she suddenly looks a tad antsy. What do you mean? Why didn't you notice me borrowing it? Barfanes, that's not important right now. We're supposed to be concentrating on finding the monument. According to this map, the monument isn't far away. Come on, let's go. I'm not quite sure what that was supposed to mean then. What was she implying? What was this old man doing that was distracting him so much?
He was that same paedophile guy we pressed before.
I see, there's not that many characters in this world. Oh boy, we're going to see the monument. We're going to see the monument. Sod my brother. Bugger him. Let's just ignore him and go find the monument. Ew, hope there's none of those gooey mucklings around. Yeah, me too. There it is, the monument, Corneo. A beautiful, really obvious thing that we probably could have just wandered around and found. That's it, there it is. Wow, it's even bigger than I imagined. That's what he said. She said. Clearly, eagerly runs. That's also what she said. Runs towards the own monument, towering before you. Check out this Barfane's Elvish script. I can read it. It says the temple was built as a tribute to the Sanctopolians, the great protectors of the elves. Something's not right here, though. Something about these letters. Barfane's has more than one kind of magic at work here. I can sense it. Could some of it possibly stem from the divine tear? Marisa lapses into some sort of trance-like state. You look on silently after searching so hard for so long. Finding a divine tear near here at long last would, well, be pretty swell. Guys, hello, Marisa, anyone home here? Sorry, but your eyes went all spacey. Ignoring Marisa's peeved expression, Clara impatiently motions for you both over to her side of the monument. Ibushi betrayals now to gain unlimited power. Ooh, this is so exciting! Time to prepare for the great ceremony. I'm going to summon the soul of an ancient elf linked to this monument. You look incredulously at Clara as she asks how she plans to communicate with an elf who's been dead for centuries. I told you already, remember? My old book says how. The elf sealed her magic power inside the stone monument to summon her spirit and unlock this power. I will perform a most sacred ceremony, which is described in the book. Now then, the ceremony calls for faffodils, which can be found only in this region. Barfins, how about you show off your botany skills? Will you help me gather some faffodils, pretty please? Couldn't you have gotten them yourselves, like before you set off to the dangerous stuff? Yes, Clara's right. That sounds like a menial task just for you. There's a distinct aura surrounding this monument. I can almost recall a distant memory floating around in my head, just out of reach. An elf cleric, maybe. Dang it, it's all shadowy again. Man, if only I had my power back! Bring the power back! Psst, Barfanes, do you think Marissa has all her marvels? Nah. I mean, sometimes she just says the weirdest, darndest things, don't you think? Whispering to you in hushed tones, Clara continues to stare at Marissa as if she was staring at a mental patient, standing ahead and spitting rubber nickels, as if she were standing on her head. Attempting to look unconcerned, you shrug. Just a bit touched in the head. Simply replying that Marissa is not like other girls. Ah, yes, Gekidami is not like other men. You bring the conversation back to the ceremony, assuring Clara that you and Marissa will gladly go gather the flowers, while she makes the other necessary preparations.
I'm more man than most men.
Oh, you worship the Mormon religion?
I have a giant penis.
Oh, is that your measure of a man?
No, not necessarily.
Oh, that's plenty! Way to go flower picking, you two. Yeah, probably our best quest yet to date. In fact, I'm going to celebrate that we completed this stunning quest by playing the game animation. Game! That was such an amazing achievement. Clara happily hums something while scattering faffodil petals in front of the monument. La 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 la. Oh, Barfanes, just wait until I become the greatest enchantress of all time. I'll never forget all that you and Marissa did to help get me there. Oh, I'm really glad you walked like 2 meters away from where we're standing, picked up some flowers, and then walked back. I couldn't have done it.
Oh, automatically.
Nearly rolls her eyes and flutters around impatiently. Clara continues to dance around the monument, humming and tossing petals around. And now, let us begin our ceremony. All who are present, please keep a respectful distance. Clara adopts a surprisingly regal, authoritative tone as she thrusts her right staff high into the air. A bright circle of light begins to shine from the ground. Abracadabra! Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo! Awaken the elfie girl from her stoop! Hey, what gives? It was supposed to work, Nandayo!
You see that last quest we did unlock the class cleric.
Whoa. No, it caused time freeze. Feel the breeze. Taste that sun. Hello again, world. No, not down there. Here, up here. Is she one of them things that we summon? Are you the ones that brought me back to this world? What can I do for you children? Watashi wa, my lady. I am the Marissa of the Sapphire Star. My knight and I are in search of the path to Warwick Temple, you know. You look awfully familiar. Sapphire Star? Then you are Queen Marissa. 'Tis a glory and a blessing to stand before you once again. I am Adia, a cleric who once fought by your side. Unfortunately, I met my untimely end here, at the foot of this monument. So we can resurrect the dead then. You must have been a very good cleric then, huh? You must not have been a very good cleric. Ha ha! As blunt as ever. I trained all my life for this. Alas, it seems my time is already running short. Warwick Temple has long laid buried beneath the earth. Before I was never entrusted with its exact location. I was simply told to watch over this monument and shield it from harm. The most noble of quests. You ask what happened back then. I was always told to show rather than tell. Perhaps you'd like to see this for yourself. No thanks. Remember our mission, boys. Protect the monument at all costs. We need to... Whoopsie-daisy! How could you... You monster! Kamehameha! Oh! Nani? You will tell me the location of the temple, Elven Witch. You'll never find it, you contemptible PIG. It's already been sealed. My men and I saw to that. Very well. You are no use to me. Ho 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 ho. Go ahead. You think I fear death? I'd die 1,000 times over to protect this place from swine like you. See, the camera panning saved us from a hideous, gory, unsettling death. And that's about it. Captivating, I'm sure.
I was captivated.
My queen, there is one thing I'd like to ask. Is this by chance a human mentioned in the Great Prophecy? The one and only. That being said, I haven't exactly explained everything yet. And they still need to get a lot stronger and no need to explain. All things in due time, after all. She's doing a little dance for us. Listen well, Nine for Night. I'm endowing you with my entire library of skills. Use them well and protect your queen. Protect your queen! I will say that I miss your visage of old, my queen. That figure of yours wasn't hard on the eyes. Easy on the eyes. Now then, I must be off. Farewell. And may the winds of fortune forever guide your path. Does that mean women float her boat? Cuts a pretty good figure herself. Can't seem to click on it. Oh no, boot quest. Come on. Doesn't seem to be wanting to do. Come on.
Quest yesterday?
I can't click on it for some reason.
Talk to Clara to complete the quest.
Yeah.
Well, it works for me.
Clicking on that, clicking on this. Tell you what, I'll just flip between channels. Oh, I have to wait 8 seconds to do that. Unless there's some kind of prompt stopping me from doing it. No, don't think so. It's a really riveting story.
So I've when it came before, like I expected a different class, but then she went talk to me and removed it from me.
So we just spend skills in that class, or do we change entirely?
I think you can like spend skills in it. Whatever. I feel like I'm kind of done with this now.
Yeah, it's not. Even though it had that little world map, it's not changing at all, is it?
No, just reading text, a screen of text.
The story goes on and on in predictable step after predictable step, followed by generic quest after generic quest, and these quests are really the most simple and dull.
You read a shitload of text and press on the white text to go and kill 6 monsters, and read a shitload of text and press on the white text to pick up 3 things.
So had we not read any of that text and just hammered through it all, we'd have been at like level 15 instantly, because all we did was like kill a few fists of monsters throughout the entire 3 episodes, maybe like 10.
Yeah, pretty much. You just don't understand these games. It's like, game dev, it's just game plays itself.
I get the impression that this game is for people that just need that particular itch to be scratched. There exist people that get a kick out of this, but unfortunately, we just... I think
in Japan, graphic novels are a pretty big thing.
Yeah, I think that's it. And I kind of appreciate the idea of a graphic novel RPG. I mean, it's okay, I suppose. It's something that could appeal, but
I guess
it doesn't particularly... I like a good story, but this just kind of drags on and doesn't really go anywhere or do anything. I mean, maybe it does after like chapter 100, but
I mean, I'm guessing at one point there is like some kind of in-game content. I see people like asking for to party up with people in the chat. It's mostly gold sellers, but I do see some people asking to party up in the chat.
Yeah. In our kingdom, did we start doing more interesting stuff, or was it literally so tightly storyline based like this?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's got that overworld and everything, but I guess it's the same game. I almost suspect I'm giving it the same score.
What score was that?
Well, we gave our kingdom a 4.5. Though this game is nice looking, it all flows really nice and it's quick loading times. It's not perfect, but nothing really is, so I wouldn't particularly detract for that weird click not working. But
no. But what about
Sky
what score do you give?
Wolverine. I'll give it a 4.5. It's a nice game, and if you want what you've been looking at these last 3 episodes, you'll probably enjoy the rest of this. If you look at this, yeah, I want that. I want that in my life. Patrick in the chat probably wanted this in his life.
I mean, he seemed pretty advanced in the game, so I guess so, yeah. Clearly this game has its fan base and people play it like a lot.
And if I open my friends list, there's actually a Terra Cottage menu. Oh, I can't unlock that until level 20. So I guess the Terra Cottage would be some kind of personal moving cottage. Unless we just meet those people again later. I suppose it's the thing. This game, not all features are really available until level 20. It takes a good while to really get through all the base bits. I mean, that's fair enough, but it's just the story is so goddamn slow paced and nothing's really happened.
No. I mean, I guess stuff is happening, but you kind of have to be invested in the story, and I'm kind of checking out at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just not listening.
So sorry guys, I can't give this game an amazing score. It's a nice game, but it's not really a great game.
No.
The battles have literally, I guess there could be a 4 thought to be put into it, but literally all I'm doing is hammering 1 to 4. I'm not even watching the battle half the time.
Yeah, same. I think I don't know, maybe it was more tactical and within game content or something. But right, I mean, if you have to like play until level 50 to get to that, then that's ridiculous. You can't have a game that's essentially just a graphic novel for like. I mean, well, how long are we playing for this for? Like, almost like I don't know, at least over 5 hours now.
One thing to consider is we are playing it a lot slower because we're reading every single bit of text.
Surely you want people to read the text. I mean, reading it ahead might be a bit quicker, I guess.
It is a deal quicker.
Massively quicker.
Yeah, and had we not read it, then the game would have just been us sat in silence, clicking through, concentrating on reading that in our heads.
Yeah.
So we kind of had to do something.
We did.
In Aura Kingdom, you had that little breeding system thing with your pets, didn't you? The Eidolons.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be here in this, although. Oh, it's Sensory menu. Sensory menu does have star level. I think star level was probably used in the other game, actually. Oh yeah. The 1, 2, 3, 4 stars at the top there. That was in the other game. Yes, gift. You can send the gifts to them just like in the other game. And they got the bond, upgrade, evolve. That's the same. Yeah, it's the same system. But I guess the other game didn't have Terra Cottages. Terra Cottages are amazing! Giant Studio Ghibli houses that roll. And that, my friend, is why I'm giving this game 0.1 a score higher. Because it has a rolling house on wheels.
I give it a 4.
A 4. Whoa. That's so you think it's worse than Terra Aura Kingdom? Although maybe you gave it less and I gave it more last time.
I mean, I'm just gonna go with 4. I'm gonna say that if it's, I say it's about the same as Aura Kingdom, to be honest. I mean, I'll get a little bit lower, I guess, perhaps on the basis that I feel like I played the game then already. It's some of the same guys as Aura Kingdom, though, so they haven't really tried much in terms of.
So, in theory, because they've not really tried, they kind of just rehashed the old system.
Yeah,
It
pretty much.
deserves a small markdown.
This game is essentially Aura Kingdom again.
4.3 out of 10. Yeah, pretty much like Aura Kingdom. Pretty much is Aura Kingdom Part 2.
Yeah,
with a different storyline.
You could have called this Aura Kingdom too.
It's a, you know, it's nice, I suppose, but yeah, there's not really much point to it.
No.
My voice, my throat is raw from all that reading. It was a stupid idea, and I'll never do it again.
Yes, we will.
Damn it.
Coming soon, Game-Geki DDK reads full books.
We'll start with
Fanfiction.
book number 1, The Catcher in the Rye. Oh, just horrible, dirty, cheap fanfiction. It's like people's
Fanfiction.
favourite characters
Deviant art
touching
and
each
stuff.
other up.
Sonic fanfiction.
It's got Sonic. Sonic's fur was really twitching. Such a fanfiction would have to be written in the same way as this game, with loads of thesaurus words.
I mean, maybe. I'm sure some of them are, yeah.
His lips sparkling with honeydew. His flesh waiting for the whip of Knuckles to bite into his flesh. Gotta go fast, said Sonic. Damn it, Sonic! That was too fast! Well, what can I say? I'm the fastest thing around. And that's
Looks like you written some of these
I've
yourself.
put plenty of forethought into this.
Yeah.
He is the fastest thing alive.
You're literally reading your own fanfic right off your desk now.
No,
Yeah, can we
no.
hear the rustle of papers?
No. No. Barthanes approach Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I've never been inside a furry fellow before.
Oh, I guess they're not really fairy, they're more like tiny.
Yeah, I guess. He looks furry, just because of how he's drawn. But the quills
Yeah, I
would
guess.
chafe like a mother. Probably for weeks, probably never go away.
Until we pulled them all out.
And that stunning little bit of added value content to this episode. I'm done talking.
Yes, so everyone, we shall see you on the next one. And goodbye, everyone.
Have fun, stay safe, and we'll
Thought
see
you
you
were
on the
done
flip side.
talking, you bastard. Shut your mouth. Thomas. Goodbye, everyone. Hope you're playing this out.
What?